Zadania, misje. O. O. Mapa. Mapa świata. Ej, gdzie są te misje? Tu gdzieś coś było. Ej. O matko, gdzie są te misje? Gdzie są misje? Nie widzę. Nie widzę. Ej, nie widzę nic. Gdzie są jakieś misje? Czy ja muszę teraz alachomor zrobić? Może... A było coś, czekaj. Mapa. Było coś. Tu jest coś. No patrz, pojawiło się. Zobacz. Tak, pojawiło się. Tu jest coś. Zajęcie z astronomii. Profesor odbywa się na szczycie wyżej wejście, pokój życie. Nad wejściem. O, już się pojawiły. Jeszcze trzeba chwilę poczekać. Wielki donżon. Idziemy na zajęcie z astronomii. Mapa. Hop. I cyk. Zajęcia z astronomii.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented Flupan.
Friend. And your reading is The Dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Tak jak nas, jak wpieprzyło połowę wozu.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck.
Wow. O, zimno.
Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Nie mówiłaś, że mam kupić.
Here, I can adjust that for
No,
you.
no, bring it into focus on your own.
Dawaj mi to. On patrzy zamkniętym okiem, czy co? Jak? No ostrze się. Ruszam, czy nie ruszam myszką. Ostrzem. Jest.
Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class.
No i
Is
co?
that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the Highlands, from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear?
Ale my tylko przyszliśmy nauczyć się rzucić awadę kadabra, a nie patrzeć na ten.
Hello. I don't believe we've met officially. I'm Amit. I'm something of an astronomy buff.
Hello, Amit. It's nice to meet you.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
Dzięki.
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one.
Aha.
I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplar. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have.
Nie,
It's
nie
only
znam.
the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Ja już tam na dole byłem, pewnie już go mam w ekwipunku. Ja już tu mam zwiedzone.
Revelio. This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
Let's go.
A
Co ona chce?
pristine night.
Professor Shah, I'm interested in learning more about
No, ja
astronomy.
chcę coś wiedzieć.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial of their own accord. But if you truly desire to chart the courses of the cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know? Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
Czym są
You
stoły?
mentioned astronomy tables earlier in class. What were you talking about?
Long ago, devotees of the astral arts set up stone slabs across the countryside. They are ideal for studying constellations near and far. For centuries, wizards made use of these astronomy tables for stargazing. Sadly, they have since become mere monuments to the intrepid intellectual pursuits of a bygone epoch.
Wydaje mi się, że już te stoły gdzieś miałem. Gdzieś chyba na mapie są takie. Chyba, nie jestem pewien. Tak mi się wydaje.
Am I right in thinking you are unimpressed by divination?
Of the many other so-called disciplines taught here, divination is perhaps the most feeble, especially in its nonsensical practice of astrology. Do not confuse astronomy and astrology. One is concerned with mysteries stellar and lunar, the other is mere lunacy.
Thank you, Professor. I look forward to stargazing.
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
Okej. Będziemy do tego gościa.
The perfect night for...
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
No tak, myślałem, że coś widziałem. No dawaj.
And you need someone to help find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards.
O,
Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we?
oprócz przez posąg to co on jest? Pluje kwasem? Prowadź.
The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong.
Revelio.
We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing.
Okej. Gdzie ty jesteś? A,
It is nice having a fellow star. It's not that creepy out here at night.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
idziesz? O,
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be...
Ta wanna była trzymana w zamknięciu chyba od zawsze. Plotka głosi, że zaklęto ją dekady temu, by ścigała uczniów, którzy owładnięci obsesją nauki kompletnie zapomnieli o higienie osobistej. Straszne.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
Idziesz czy nie idziesz?
Revelio.
Okej. Skrzynia.
Confringo.
Opsa. Chcesz o czymś pogadać?
Amit, could I ask you something?
Oh,
Oczywiście
certainly.
ja chcę o czymś pogadać. Gdzie znajduje się stół? Gdzie znajduje się stół? Gdzie?
Where precisely is the table we're looking for?
According to an old astronomer's chronicle I found in the library, it may be somewhere along the castle wall.
Przy murach. Dobrze, skąd ta
Why are you so
fascynacja?
fascinated with stars?
I suppose because there is so much to learn about them. I mean, there is plenty to learn about a lot of subjects, but astronomy seems limitless. Always something new being discovered. They are forever discovering new moons and stars. In fact, they discovered a new planet just 50 years ago.
Actually, that's all I wanted to know.
Oh, very well then.
Dobra, idziemy się dowiedzieć,
More
co ten...
cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Revelio.
Nie wiem, może...
Not this close to school, Amit.
To jest ten
I
stół?
think you should do the honors. Go on, try
Tak,
it out.
kojarzę go gdzieś w Hogwarcie, go kojarzę ogólnie.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view.
Nie zdążyłem przeczytać go.
As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart.
Przybliż, obróć. Ha, 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 widzisz. A, dobra, mamy to. I teraz tu. Trochę tu. I trochę oddalę. I jeszcze.
Stargazing is all about patience and precision.
Nie. O, siedzi.
I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Wow. Ha! Skoro tak
Whatever
mówisz.
you say, Amit. Whatever you say.
Oh, you wait. You are going to be quoted saying just that.
No
This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
Okej, czyli odblokowaliśmy kolejne jakieś znajdźki. Stoły,
Revelio.
te sprawy. Coś żółtego widziałem na dole. Co? Czekaj. O, wiedziałem. Właśnie
Here's one of
o
those
to mi
tables
chodziło.
Professor Shaw mentioned.
Że to widziałem to. Dobra, oddalmy to trochę. Albo przybliżmy. Tak wygląda spoko. Nie kumam trochę, kiedy to się wszystko łączy. Niby jest ok, ale nie jest ok. Nie, no tu są te trzy. Jak to odwrócę, to nie ma ładu składu. Nie, to musi być tak. Tylko właśnie nie kumam tego, jak to się dzieje, że on... Czy ja mam kliknąć coś? Ja wtedy nic nie klikałem, ale... Ale one się połączyły. O, widzisz? Nie, po prostu trzeba wszystkie kropki najechać na siebie i tyle. Musisz się przypasować i będzie gitara. No. To głównie o to chodzi. Dobra, mapka. Tu mam jakieś poboczne zadania. Pojawiły się jakieś zadania poboczne. W cieniu rodowodu. O, pokłócili się w tym. O, w wielkiej sali się pokłócili, ale syf. Dobra, chodźmy zobaczyć, co to tam. Niewidomy namieszał pewnie tam. Trzeba będzie go.
Off on another adventure,
Trzeba
are we?
będzie go wycyskać. Bo on coś, młody coś nakręcił.
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
Dobra, lecimy z tym. Co tam,
I
chłopaki?
won't give up.
Dawaj.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
No. A powiedzmy, że jest niebezpieczny.
Ominous is right. Meddling in the dark arts is dangerous.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
No ale co?
I'd like to know more about it if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us.
Dobra.
Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
O kurde. Serio? Nie.
What does the Cruciatus curse do?
It's known as the torture curse, Crucio. It inflicts intense, excruciating pain on the victim. Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
How horrible. Poor Ominous. He was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough.
No dobra.
I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
Okej. No się czegoś dowiemy może. W końcu pęknie, się wyśpiewa, nie? W Hogsmeade coś mamy. Tutaj coś jest. Porwanie ciastka. Porwanie ciastka. Spoko, robimy quest. Brzmi dość prymitywnie, porwanie ciastka, ale może się
Does
okazać,
it
że
get
jakieś
any more cozy than
trolle
Hogsmeade?
może tam będą, bo co?
My dear biscuit.
Hello? Is something the matter?
Most decidedly, yes. My precious mooncalf biscuit was abducted by poachers up north. Oh, the vicious brutes. I tried to fight back, but I was no match for them.
I'm sorry about your moon calf, Mr.
Garnuff. Just Garnuff. I'm only one goblin. Not a particularly brave one at that. I have no chance against a pack of bloodthirsty poachers. Oh, my poor biscuit. I can only hope she's able
A
to
to nie
escape.
jest ciastko, ciastko.
A moon calf is an unusual pet. Why did you choose Biscuit?
She followed me one evening, wouldn't leave my side. Never thought I was one for a pet of any kind. But now I can't imagine life without her. Mooncalves are often thought of as silly, simple-minded creatures. But I've seen great depth of character in Biscuit. I wouldn't trade her for a hippogriff or a hippopotamus, or even a goose that lays golden eggs.
Why do you suppose the poachers took Biscuit?
I have no idea. Mooncalf dung's highly valuable for fertilizing magical plants. But I cannot imagine poachers care much about gardening. Who knows what they'll do to her? She could be flogged, skinned, gutted and stuffed. I assume. Oh, Biscuit.
Czyli chodziło o nawóz.
I'll keep an eye out for your mooncalf, Garneth.
How kind. If only all of Wizardkind was as gracious to goblins. If you do see her and can bring her safely home to me, I promise to reward you for your efforts. Do keep an eye out for her, and be careful out there. Poachers are an unscrupulous lot.
Czyli wszystko
I should
chodzi
try and
o
rescue Garneth's mooncalf. Sounds as
kupę.
if I'd need to head north to find those poachers.
Nula, kupę ciastka jest takie cenne, że jest tak bardzo potrzebne. No dobra. O panie, aż tak daleko oni z tym zwiali? O matku, gdzie oni z tym uciekli, ty? Szaleni. Lecimy. Łajno Lunabali jest takie
You can't
drogocenne.
imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flue
Kto
powder.
by się spodziewał? Na koń! Nie tu. Sorry, pomyłka. Go! Jaką walkę? Jeszcze dobrze jej nie zacząłem. Wow, co tu jest grane? O, to nie tu. Nie, ty czekaj. Nie, to tu. Już 170. Nie, to na dole. O, co ja latam? Tutaj, tu. Dobra, lądujemy po cichu.
Garneth was right then. I better be careful.
Kusowniki! Zaraz się z nimi rozprawię.
Descendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Bam! Nie macie.
Descendo. Expelliarmus.
A
Confringo.
ten eksperyment nic nie da, bo... Ooo! Dawaj go tu.
Descendo.
Twardy.
Confringo.
A? A to był ten czarodziej, ale jaja.
Expelliarmus. Descendo.
To był czarodziej, o te hele. Myślałem, że to był wilk. Myślę, co on taki czarodziej?
Accio. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Elo!
Revelio.
I see you.
O nie, powiedział, że mnie
I'll watch
widzi.
the light go out of your eyes.
Reducto!
Gdzie mnie tu teraz? Bum! Od środka i znikasz.
Revelio.
Dobra, co tu jest? Odblokuj
Ale no
zamek,
more.
na tym się znamy. Klik, klik i w drugą stronę. Juhu!
Now then, which one of you is Biscuit?
Jo. Nice. Skąd teraz ja mam wiedzieć, które jest które?
Revelio. Levioso.
Może już. Chyba
All
arenę
right,
znalazłem.
Biscuit. Let's get you back
Yes.
to Garneth, shall we?
Znalazłem. Tyle ich wciągnąłem. Ja nie wierzę. Patrz, wazy znalazłem. Arena walk. Kolejna. Opa.
don't you fret,
Mamy
Biscuit.
go.
Garneth, I've rescued Biscuit.
You have? Oh, is she hurt? Was she frightened? Are you all right?
Biscuit is fine, as am I. I was able to rescue her without much incident.
Oh, mercy. Where poachers are concerned, I tend to expect the worst. I cannot wait to get her home. I so miss seeing her dance in the evenings. Such joy.
I'm glad she's safe now. I'm sure she'll be happy to go home.
Oh, that is a great weight off my mind. Oh, my sweet little Biscuit, my wise, noble mooncalf. And here is your reward, of course. Well deserved. As I said before, you have restored my faith in wizard kind. You've restored at least a modicum of my faith in wizard kind.
Odrobinę
Biscuit and I can't
przywrócona,
thank you enough.
kurde. Odrobinę, nie za dużo, żebym się żebym się nie rozpędzał, nie? Tu jest poboczne, jest jakieś. Nocny złodziej. Cyk, mówiłem, że coś jest. Zobaczymy tego nocnego złodzieja, co się dzieje. Co się dzieje u mnie na dzielni. Ja wszystko muszę mieć pod kontrolą. Tutaj nie ma, że ktoś tam sobie coś robi na własną rękę. Co to ma być? Lecę zbadać sprawę. Nie mogę przeskoczyć tego jestem.
Revelio!
O, jest to słabe, nie mogę tego przeskoczyć. A ile skrzynek tu się chowa? Halo, Homoro? Potrzebujecie.
Must have snuck in after I fell asleep.
Co jest?
Pardon me, sir.
Come to stare at the fool, have you? There's poor Ig Haggerty, robbed by his own sister. She's robbed almost everyone now. So, who's the fool?
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
Then you're the only one who doesn't know about Catherine running off with that thief, Victor Rookwood and his
Whoa.
lot. Good riddance, I said. Never thought she'd return to steal from me, us, but I just know it was her. I want her caught and sent to Azkaban for stealing a prize family heirloom, sister or no.
Co walnięto?
What exactly was the family heirloom that the thief stole?
A necklace belonged to the first of the Haggerty women, hundreds of years old. So much history. She'll likely pawn it.
Okej. Dlaczego miałaby przyjść
Why would
obrabować
Catherine
wioskę?
come back to rob the hamlet if she'd already left?
Do I look like a criminal to you? How should I know? She always despised this place, resented having to grow up here. Perhaps she did it to spite us.
Okej. Dlaczego tak
Are you
myślisz?
sure Catherine is the culprit? It could be anyone.
Thanks to that Rookwood louse, we're inundated with all manner of criminal. I wanted to believe it was any one of them, except Catherine. But she was the only one who knew where the heirloom was hidden, and she knew precisely which homes to rob.
A, pewnie ją przesłuchali.
I could keep an eye out for the thief, sir.
You? Ugh. Nothing to be done by the likes of us. This is a job for the fine officer Singer, or some such authority. Besides, the thief, my sister, only strikes at night. Coward. Long past your bedtime.
Dobra, to
I should be going now. Thank you.
Ty, co ty
I'd keep an
kurde?
eye on your belongings if I were
Na
you.
świętego Patryka się
Catherine will
ten...
steal the eyebrows off.
I ought to
Brałeś
look into this
gościu?
thievery business for Mr. Haggerty once night falls.
Sam kurde się włamie i ci zaraz tutaj
Hello,
obrabuję
Hamura.
chatę.
Now that it's night, I ought to look into this thievery business for Mr. Haggerty.
Dobra, zapas krok.
Revelio!
Tu coś
A
leży.
pile of gold. I must be on the right track. It
Kasa.
looks as if the thief took more
Lecimy.
than they could carry.
Raz, dwa, trzy, znaczy już cztery. Hop. Na miotle. Hopa. Aha. O, tu już 5 puścił. To uciekał szybko. Oj. To dobra. Dalej. Tak, kasa, 7,
Revelio.
8. No, już taki był bieg.
More
wiesz.
gold. I must be getting closer.
Chyba się zbliżamy. Zbliżamy się.
You ought to cut back on pudding. Mistook you for a
Mamy
troll
tutaj
the other day.
goblinków. Ja tam na pełnej.
One less human to worry.
Nara. Nie ze mną te numery.
Descendo! Expelliarmus!
You won't get away with that.
Accio!
O, nie naładowałem.
Expelliarmus!
You won't defeat us all!
Descendo! Your blood's on Ranrock's hands.
Czyli co, ktoś tu przyjdzie, czy ja mam tu sam sobie ogarnąć?
Revelio.
teraz? Lecimy dalej. Po drodze jest Merlin znowu. No, to trzeba zejść na dół. No ale tu jest rzeczy.
Here's a pleasant surprise.
Poobczajcie to w ogóle. Ile tu jest tych...
This place has seen better days.
Revelio.
Nie no, to jest aż... Ja... Co to jest?
Defender. Glacius. You'll regret that.
O kurde, tego się nie spodziewałem.
Pitiful beast.
Accio. Descendo.
I'll make you wish you were back at school.
Nie.
Accio. Arresto momentum.
Zatrzymaj go.
Confringo. Glacius.
Zamroź.
Defender.
Dobra. A, ten na fioletowo. Wejdziesz tu do mnie, czy jak?
Time for some.
Co ja się bawię?
I did it. And an Ashwinder.
Dobra, idziemy dalej za monetami. Zobaczymy później. No, mi brakuje jakiegoś czaru.
Accio. Descendo. Glacius. Confringo. Defender. Potato. Stupefy. Accio. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Stupefy. Accio. Expelliarmus. Stupefy. Descendo. Accio.
That's the student who released Oaks.
Accio. Descendo. Expelliarmus.
Always on the defensive.
Accio. Confringo. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Accio. Descendo. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
Czyli tu sobie chyba wbiłem przy okazji. Niby tu też gdzieś są. Ale oni pewnie są na dole. Dobra, lećmy dalej. Jakieś tych monet na rozrzucanie.
Revelio.
Lećmy dalej.
A niffler. It wasn't Catherine Haggerty after all.
W sensie... że to był jakiś zwierz, tak? Niuchacz. Niuchacz. A gdzie on?
Revelio.
Złap złodzieja, ale jak mam go wyłowować? A, bo już jest... Jest! Mam go!
Levioso.
Chodź tu, młody. Elegancko.
I wonder how Mr. Haggerty will take this news.
Mamy
His sister wasn't
kolejnego
the thief, and his heirlooms
do
coming home.
kolekcji. Siema.
Absolutely shameless.
I have some good news, Mr. Haggerty. I unmasked your thief.
Nothing to unmask, was there? We all know that the thief was my sister, Catherine.
Actually, sir, the thief was a niffler.
A what?
You know, small, furry, pilfering. I followed it to its lair.
Catelyn was the only one who knew how to get into our homes, where to find our treasures. But I suppose, mangy little blighter. Well, if you found the Niffler's lair, as you say, you must have found my heirloom.
Oczywiście, że mam. Ale że byłeś dla mnie niemiły i powiedziałeś, że ja powinien iść spać, a nie szukać tego, to chcę za to hajs.
I found your heirloom, and I'll give it back to you. For a price.
Huh? I suppose that's only fair. Very well, we'll call it a reward. Sounds more decent that way. Catherine's a disappointment for certain, but I never wanted to believe she was behind this. Now, thanks to you, I won't have to. What a strange world we live in. Suppose they can't send a Niffler to Azkaban. At least I got my heirloom back.
No. No i tak ma być.
Hello, nice to see you.
You as well.
Chciałem więcej kasy.
I hear there's a goblin mine near here. Have you ever seen it?
I've been near it, but never in it. I could likely find some valuable beast products, but it's not worth the risk. Ranrock's loyalists are not ones to be messed with.
Okay.
How long have you been living in Irondale?
All of my life. My sister and I were raised here. I stuck around. She had other plans.
No dobra. To sprzedaję.
What sort of products do you sell?
I sell all manner of beast products. I always found beasts interesting, and there's quite a market for them. Fancied I could make a profession out of it.
Okej. Co masz?
What do you have for sale?
What can I help you with today?